The putter is the easiest place to see the relationship between the ball, the motion of the golf club, and the target. There are two variables, the specific motion of the putter and the angle orientation of the club face. So the golfer lines up his feet and shoulders to make the putter and ball go toward the hole, but the final line is picked with very careful adjustments in the angle of the golf club. The putter is the simplest. The initial contact is two-dimensional. The variables are not different with the driver. The whole scene is now a three-dimensional effort, and the geometry mathematics of this analysis are not perfect. We are simplifying it to two dimensions, and we are assuming that the ball leaves the club at a mirror reflection angle. This is an approximation, and we hope it is found acceptable. For this, let's assume that the motion of the driver is constant and toward the target. The face of the driver has been described as a sphere with a radius of 10 inches or a diameter of 20 inches. This is looking at the club from above, like looking at the club as a right-handed golfer looks at it. The club moves forward, contacts the ball. The ball responds according to the angle of the contact surface. So the specifics of the ball flight are greatly determined by the location of contact, since the face is not flat. We want to look carefully at the angle deviation as a function of location of contact along the horizontal surface of the driver. This is the foundation of this communication. When the point of contact is at or near the center of the face, the deflection is small, but the actual resulting direction is difficult to predict. Slightly toward the heel, and the ball will draw a little, slightly toward the toe, and the ball will fade a little. The greater the distance off the center, the greatest the deviation, hook, or slice. These are drawn as a right-handed golfer hitting toward the left on the screen. This drawing shows a driver face with a 10-inch radius. The radius through the face will give a good visual for the perpendicular. The club always approaches the ball parallel. The ball responds to the contact surface according to the angle of the face. The ball rebounds a mirror image off the perpendicular. This angle was made visually, and we know it is not perfect. Let's look at the direction as we move closer and closer to the toe. The ball fades more and more, but the delta deviation is less. That is, the ball deviates more, but the ball behaves more predictably as a function of the exact place of contact. And this goes a long way toward explaining why golfers always hit a draw or always hit a fade. They line up the golf shot off target right and then hit a draw by hitting the ball toward the heel of the club. Or they line up off target left, then hit the fade by hitting the ball toward the toe. And they are taking advantage of the fact that the driver is more forgiving toward the toe and toward the heel. So golf is all about long, but not necessarily straight. It's all very fascinating.